your online community for positive change. Heaven's Wave Network.
Welcome to Cosmic Kick with your host, Adrian Wentworth. Get ready to have your illusions broken and your consciousness expanded. Now here's Adrian to give you that Cosmic Kick.
Greetings, all of you sincere seekers of light and truth. This is Adrian Wentworth, and today I'm going to speak to you about leaping into a new reality. I just gave a retreat this weekend, and we were talking about this same theme. And so my voice is maybe a little gravelly because I spoke so much, and we worked with so many powerful healing frequencies and sacred sounds that everything within gets shaken loose. And this is what is happening now in waves, where there is wave after wave of new energy coming into our planet. And it is very challenging for us to know how to deal with these new waves of energy. It's as if you're at the ocean shore and you're in the ocean and the waves are coming in and, oh my goodness, here comes another one. What should I do? If I move with the wave, that will be exhilarating, but where will it take me? This is exactly what we're going through. Then there are others who are completely caught off guard by the waves and get toppled over and can drown. And not really drowned, but drowned in confusion and fear because of not being prepared for what is coming in. And then there's another position that we take, which is to hold strong, trying to hold strong to our old ground. And as you know, if you've been to the ocean before, when those powerful waves come in, you can't hold on. The best method is to flow with it. And that's what I'm here to talk with you about today, is flowing with the energies and what you can do to assist so you have an easy ride. And what I have done for years and years and years is I've found ways to create openings to these new energies that are coming in and help guide people in such a way that they can connect their energy systems to these new energies and be able to bring them in and allow the changes that are needed to occur at all levels. And let's talk about that a little bit. Because what happens is, first of all, you have to have an energy system that can withstand bringing in these powerful frequencies. Here they are. They're all available to us. But if you have a system that is very contracted, very held in old form ways, it is going to be very challenging to be able to take advantage of the help that is there. And then what happens is this pounding. Again, it's like being pounded by the waves, being pummeled at all levels, which creates a lot of pain. Pain at the mental level, pain at the emotional level, and pain at the physical level, because you're holding tight and you don't know how to open and release. So the first thing that I was guided to develop is a way to strengthen our energy systems and stay connected to powerful energy, even when it's very challenging, because it is. Even for those of us who've been doing spiritual work for years and years and years, it is still a challenge to stay buoyant, to stay floating above, and not get hit and knocked down over and over and over again, and then having to struggle and fight your way back up to the surface. So this is why I was given the Krista energy and developed an attunement process to it so I can help others create this powerful protection and strength in the energy system so you can actually hold together while you shift, while you bring in powerful energies of change. And you don't have to suffer. And boy, suffering is old form. It is an old way of learning on this planet, and that is shifting. It is not about suffering any longer, but it's the only way we know. We have to shift. And in order to do that, we have to have a vehicle that can withstand the shifting energies that are coming in. Not only that, but also one that can connect to helpful energies at this time, healing frequencies to help with that shifting. So I have developed a system that starts with a foundation. The foundation being you need to have a strong energy system. And that's what the Krista energy is about, creating strength and protection within your system, helping you to awaken to your spiritual nature, which means we've been so programmed for struggle, for survival, and so much of our energy is used in this way that it's very difficult to even sometimes understand that that's not who we really are. We have this greater part of self. Oh, that part of self that is our God self, that connects easily to spirit, where there is no pain, there is no suffering. And this is what, it isn't just about dwelling in this spiritual body, which is also an old form way of working your spirituality. Well, let's just not worry about the mental. Let's not worry about the emotional. Hey, let's not even worry about the physical. It's all temporary. Let's only focus on that part we like the best, the spiritual. But that's not what it's about either now. It is about bringing, as we've been hearing over and over, bringing heaven to earth. And earth meaning physical nature. Bringing the spiritual and nature together, spirit and nature together, working as one. And so within our energy system, and again, our physical bodies are just our densest part of our energy system. Within our energy system, there are many barriers of separation that need to be broken down that will allow the spiritual energies to be able to come in and transform not only the spiritual, but the emotional, mental, and the physical body. So we can manifest and be Christed beings here on earth. And when I say Christed beings, I mean we have evolved to that state where we are now so connected with the source of all, with God's energy, and we have honed and evolved our egos in such a way that we aren't just concerned about ourselves anymore. We don't do actions that harm others. We don't do actions that will bring imbalance to the earth. Instead, we're totally aligned with our high self and with God's plan, which has always been for balance and growth. And so this is truly what is being planned and prepared for the earth plane. Now, as you look around your world, you see that, there is so much that is out of balance. There is so much suffering. And you get caught up and pulled down by all of this pain and negativity. And I've spoken to you often over the course of this radio show about how there are also these negative dark force energies that work very strong to hold you in these lower levels of existence, because they can't exist unless they can connect to us and feed off of our energy. And so when our energy is low and we're caught up in pain and survival and fear, it makes it very easy for them to connect. And so here, you look around and you go, oh my goodness, I'm having trouble just maintaining my own life. How can I be of service to someone else? And so this is what has been going on for so long. And now it is if the heavens are opening up and sending all of the help that we need to uplift us and move us out of the pain and suffering. And this is the waves that are coming in, the wave after wave. And those who have strong energy systems go, bring it on. This is wonderful. But every time a wave comes in and you're able to bring it into your energy system, what happens is these old form structures, this way that you've been existing for so long, begins to shatter. Oh, you just shatter. And a lot of the holds that you've had at many levels that you've placed in denial are coming forward. Oh, now you need healing. And I'll speak with you about that after these messages.
The new home for visionary positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com, or you can call 719-487-8095.
Do you ever feel that you would love to have your very own all-knowing guide on tap 24/7? Well, you can. It's called your intuition. Learn how to trust your inner voice. Come and explore with Natasha Rosewood the power of your intuition and how you can use it now to bring more success and joy to your world. Join Natasha on her radio show, I Think I'm Psychic. And you can be too. Every Tuesday live at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the Seventh Wave Network. Anything is possible.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Awakened Media for a transforming world. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at CreasterResources@Comcast.net. That's CreasterResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
Welcome back. I'm speaking to you about the waves of energy that are coming into our planet and how they're affecting us, and what you can do to help with the process that's going on. And healing is now needed, for as these waves come in, they're shaking loose everything that you have within that needs to release, let go, and evolve, which means you're being very challenged. And at the mental level, so many old beliefs are coming forward, old programs of ways that you've been functioning with in the past. And it's time to examine them, explore them, and decide if this is still truth for you. And now more than ever, we have to examine and explore what is real, what is truly real, and what is illusion that has been built up in our world. You know, one of the movies that was so popular not too long ago, The Matrix, and how many of you have watched that movie, which was so eye-opening to help you understand how, you are caught up in illusion. It's like an illusion that's been presented to you, and there may not be any truth to this at all. And this is what is shattering within us. And at the mental level, that can be very, very uncomfortable and feeling insecure. It's again, as a wave comes in, at the mental level, you may be toppled over and go, I don't have a framework anymore for how I understand and live my life. And so this is what's going on at the mental level. And then we have the emotional, which is pushing out huge old traumas that we didn't even know we carried. But again, it's like big blockages of debris. And as they come forward, as the energy comes in and starts to move this forward, all of a sudden there's rapid release. And emotionally, you can be falling apart, where it's almost as if you feel as if you have that post-stress syndrome, where all of a sudden you're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling unglued, and you don't even know why, because all of these hidden holds are coming forward, pushing against, coming out of the subconscious, pushing against those strong boundaries and barriers you've created, and just blasting through. And all of a sudden, there you are. How do I deal with this? And then our physical bodies, which are very programmed to function in a certain way, when these powerful energies hit our physical bodies, the first thing they do is lock down, because it's like, resist. We don't know how to deal with this. Not only is the physical body resisting, but our brains are having trouble keeping up with the processing of all of the new energies and the new codes and programs that they are bringing to us. It's like having an old computer and trying to download new softwares. That is like not compatible. And when this happens, the brains get very overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed and they are having problems sending the correct signals to all parts of our vehicles. And it's as if there is too much information going on and we're having problems holding it together. So what I have seen is that many of us are going, oh, wait a minute, what was I doing? Feeling like we're having all of these memory problems, like we just can't hold on to things. And it's not like the memory is suffering. It's just so much coming in at one time. And so everything is accelerated. And in order to keep up with this acceleration, it's very helpful to be releasing constantly what is coming out and to know how to release it. And this is why for years I've been developing healing techniques. And the healing technique that I've developed that I call the Krista Healing Method helps do just this. Release from all levels and then help to balance, but also helps to bring in and seat these powerful programs and codes that we need now. And so sometimes, it's like we need some help. We need help. And I want you to know that that's what Krista Resources is about, which is, again, the organization and company that I created. It's about supporting everything that we need to be able to move forward and get back to that state of perfect balance and connection where we can be powerful beings using God's energy to create positive change for ourselves and our world. And so sometimes people ask me, well, and I hear this question a lot, so I'm just going to answer it now. They say, well, what makes the Krista Healing Method different than all of these other methods that we've been introduced to? Some people say, I do chakra clearing meditations. And I'm saying, well, that's really, really wonderful. But those that are trained in the Krista Healing Method, those that I've trained to do this work, know how to reach specific energies that can unlock all parts of the bodies, the spiritual body, the mental, the emotional, and the physical, and bringing the energies to help move out the old form energies, the old blocked energies, and the old programs that we've been functioning with. So, and the specialty, of course, is releasing the dark force interferences that what I have seen in all of my years of working in the healing field, this is the area where most ignore. They either go into denial and say that doesn't exist at all, or basically, you really don't need to deal with that. It's really not important. When this is what holds up our progress more than anything else, because as you are struggling to shift and to keep pulling yourself up, it is these interferences that keep pulling you back down and enforcing the old and reprogramming the old. And it seems as if you are getting nowhere. So this is something that I feel is a tremendous difference in a lot of the different healing methods. Now, they all have their place. They all have their place. But I've said to many who have finally found me and those that work with me, oh gosh, if you only would have found us first and we unlocked your system and got rid of some of these interferences, then all of these other beautiful therapies that you have been working with would have been more effective. See, it isn't one is better, it's just there is many different levels of healing that is needed. Just as if, as I've spoken to you about positive thinking isn't enough. Yes, it's wonderful. It's helpful. But when your energy system is full of devices and programs and old grids that keep resonating to the old negative programs, it's like, good luck. Good luck trying to shift your energy, because it's like holding on really strong and just hoping that this will work, rather than creating the changes in the energy system that then now can be affected positively by your positive thoughts. And so often then it means that there are very advanced ways of working with the mental level, and I hear them all out there all the time, and these are very wonderful. But so often it is not going to create the changes in the physical body, the changes that will allow you to bring in God's frequencies in a step-down version, of course. Step down means that if we would just connect with source energy and it would be turned on, we would fry. It would just all come through us and we would disintegrate. So it has to be stepped down in a way that we can receive it. We have to pull ourselves up, and God's energy is stepped down so we can connect with it. And that means we have to let go of all old formed ways of being on this planet. And when you start to move your energy up and you look down and you see how you are still held tightly by the attachments that you have to the way you think things should be, the way you think things should happen on this planet. And we have to let go and allow ourselves to go, all right, I don't know anything anymore. And this is something that I have seen over and over with my own process. You think you know things and you think you've got it all together, and you reach a new level of awareness, and you have to explore all over again. You don't know. It's a new beginning, and that's that leap into a new reality. We have lost trust because we have not seen ourselves be able to demonstrate on this planet the way we have been told we should be able to. We have tried our manifesting techniques. We have worked with reprogramming ourselves at the mental level, and we still feel ineffective and as if we have no power to create change. And because of that, we have lost faith and trust that it really is possible. And what I'm here to tell you is that why it hasn't worked is because there are missing pieces to the puzzle. And one of the missing pieces is understanding that you have to evolve the energy system along with the reprogramming. And so this has been my life's work for many, many years. And I'm going to continue these thoughts after this message.
taking you to the threshold of a dream and beyond. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com, or you can call 719-487-8095. The power of positive change lies within your own imagination. Every weekend on the Seventh Wave Network, there's a show that is for anyone who believes in the power of positive change. This show will present concepts, practical exercises, and ideas to affect your ability to more effectively use your creativity, inspiration, and imagination. The program is the Simone Zone 1. Your host is John C. Mejia. Listen for the Simone Zone 1 every Saturday at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time on the Seventh Wave Network.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Listening on a higher dimension. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at KristaResources@Comcast.net. That's KristaResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
Welcome back. I'm speaking to you about the shifts and changes we need to make in our energy vehicles and some of the tools that are very helpful to help you with this process. And, of course, you always hear, well, that means I have to have healings, right? And that costs money, and here we go again. And, yeah, that's true. It's helpful if you can have some healing sessions, but also there are things that you can do for yourself. And this is really important, that you understand that everything that is done for you only assists you in getting in more power and giving you tools so you can move forward on your own. And so it's important to learn the connective meditations that are really going to open your energy channels and to work with the sacred sounds that we've been given. And sacred sounds are little pieces of God consciousness. I mean, how much easier can it be than here's God saying, you know, you guys, you have a huge project in front of you. I mean, wow, the shifting that you need to do is so immense. And yes, you know, it's wonderful that some of you can have the time and the energy and the resources to seek out the the healers and the teachers to be able to get the help that you need, but also for everyone, I can give you my sacred sounds that bring in little pieces of my consciousness to help you shift. And this is something that is God's gift to us, which means by using sacred sound, you can help to open your channels, expand your channels, release certain types of held energies, and also activate certain parts of self that have been dormant. And because, a lot of times we already have so much already built up within us, we've just forgotten because life has gotten so hard. And again, all of our energy has been rerouted, which makes us have to just use it for struggle and survival. And here, many of us have all kinds of gifts and abilities that are stored from times that we've developed them in other lifetimes. And here they are, and it's time to reawaken them. So sacred sound can do this for us, and all that is needed is that one uses them, repeats them over and over and over, and concentrates and focuses sacred sounds in the chakras, in the energy systems to help awaken those chakras, to help them awaken and start to open and expand into greater levels of existence. Now, I've been sharing with you throughout these last weeks different mantras, which are ancient sounds of God, and yet there are many, many new sounds that have come through, which have even greater empowerments because they are more specific for specific needs. And you can learn how to do this for yourself. And I've been giving you just a couple of them as we go along, but I have many, many meditations that I can share with you that, again, much more reasonable to order a CD or a tape or even a download and learn how to do some connective meditation using specific sacred sounds. And also, I've created meditations to help you open up the specific channels that you need to be able to access the dimensions where powerful healing frequencies dwell. In other words, it's like, you have to be able to find them, to be able to know how to access these different dimensions and call on the specific frequencies and then how to work them within your energy system. And this is something any sincere seeker can learn to do. I have a CD set called the Eden Codes. And the Eden Codes mean, you know what? We have codes within us, which we call God codes, that when activated, show us how to do everything we need to do on this planet in physical form, and yet they have been so distorted, and we have had so many overrides and negative programs and code placed within, we've forgotten that they exist. And they need to be healed. In other words, the distortions need to be released, and we need to bring in the energies that will help rebuild our God codes and bring in new codes now that are for what we need today. because it isn't just about going back to our original forms. It's also about evolving our forms for being here on the planet today. And so this is something that's like, okay, this is good. You can do this on your own with just a little bit of guidance. And then there are more advanced ways that you can work, as well as I was speaking to you earlier about the Krista Energy attunement. And there are 2 levels to this attunement. The first one specifically, you have to have that strong foundation, so the energy system is strong and protected, and you can hold positive energies and charge. And then there's a second level which starts to shift the energy system in such a way that you can work better with these higher frequencies. You can bring them in. And it shifts the energy system and it connects you to new form grids that we need now to keep shifting our energy. And so in other words, when you get attuned to this second level, you bring in, first you shift the chakras in such a way that they can connect with a new energy body that is brought in. And this new energy body is full of programs and codes to help you restore and rebuild and evolve your energy system. And so as you use this energy, what happens is you vibrate the new that has been brought in during the attunement process, and it starts to break down the old. Break down the old structures, break down the old negative codes, break down the old barriers that are creating those separations between the bodies. And this has to be a gradual process. And gradual because, we have an old system, we connect with the new, and we have to let go of the old as we replace it with new, let go of the old as we replace it with new. Oh, my goodness. Sounds exhausting, doesn't it? I'll be back in just a few moments.
Your online community for positive change. Seventh Wave Network.
Are you feeling stuck? Krista Resources has the transformational tools to help you overcome all the obstacles that are blocking you from making positive changes in your relationships, career, health, and spiritual growth. Adrian Wentworth, founder of Krista Resources, brings you the missing keys through the Krista Healing Method and Krista Energy Attunements. These spiritual tools will clear and realign your energy system, remove all influences that are holding you powerless, build permanent protection against outside negative forces, activate your gifts and abilities, and get you in touch with your soul's purpose. Krista Resources, providing support for your personal growth and spiritual journey, helping you stay strong, balanced, and empowered through the challenges of these changing times. For more information on the products and services developed by Adrian Wentworth, visit her website at www.KristaResources.com or call 719-487-8095. The website again is www.KristaResources.com or you can call 719-487-8095.
Are you ready to face the rapidly changing times and a whole new way of being? Humanity and all Earth are part of this tremendous shift, bringing each and every one of us more in alignment with who we really are. The show that will help you realize this shift is called Visioning the Dream Awake, hosted by Donna Merkich. Listen for this unique program that will help you step into your best possible self and reality. Visioning the Dream Awake airs live on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time on the Seventh Wave Network.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine there's no mortgage. It's easy if you try. That's not just a slogan, it's a choice you have right now. In these uncertain economic times, Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises can empower you to eliminate or reduce your mortgage. Imagine how much money you'll save for your home, your family, for you. Shane Enterprises is a mortgage reduction and debt elimination company. Start imagining the possibilities today by calling Sherry Shane of Shane Enterprises at 719-210-3608. That's 719-210-3608. Imagine there is no mortgage. It's easy if you try.
Be extraordinary. Seventh Wave Network.
You're listening to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth. Do you need help getting unstuck? Email Adrian your questions at CreasterResources@Comcast.net. That's CreasterResources@Comcast.net. Now back to Cosmic Kick with Adrian Wentworth.
And I'm talking with you about the waves of energy that are coming into our planet and what we need to do to shift our energy systems to be able to receive all of the help that is there for us. I've been speaking with you about the different openings that I've created and the different tools to help you utilize those openings. And another beautiful, beautiful way that you can assist your system is with the Anamata energy attunement. And this is a way to heal and open up your energy channels to the source of cosmic creative energy, divine mother energy, which has been given the term to me, Anamata, which means mother of all. And we have to have both the male and female channels within us opened and connected to Mother, Father, God. The feminine line and the masculine line need to be opened, and we need to be able to draw on both of these God source energies to be able to create. And so Anamata, she is so much wanting all of her children to heal, and she has given sacred sounds to help this healing process. So as with the attunement process, channels are opened to be able to reach Mother's energy again, and then 50 sacred sounds, which are pieces of divine Mother consciousness, are given and placed within that are used for restoration of the energy system, of breaking down the old and rebuilding. It takes both the release and then the replanting and the activating and bringing together the male-female forces for balance. And just this last weekend, as I was speaking in the beginning of the show, I was giving a retreat. And one thing that I do occasionally every few months or so is I do something that I call Spirit Speaks, Messages from Spirit. And when I do this, I connect to different powerful beings of spirit, including source energy, and take messages to help us understand what is happening here today on our planet, what is happening within us, and get good guidance for what can we do to assist this process. And so I was doing messages from Spirit just the other night, and Anamata came through. Now, Mother Energy, yes, it's source energy, but it can take form. It can step just a little bit out of the Godhead and take form, and we can connect with those energies and interpret what they want to tell us. And Divine Mother was very adamant about helping everyone find a counterpart energy to connect with, to be able to create with, and have the companionship so we are not lonely anymore on this planet. So when I was speaking to you in one of the shows about spiritual relationships and twin flames, here comes Divine Mother saying, yeah, I want you all to have it, and I want to help you heal. And there was a time when I was not able to be with you because of the way the channels to my energy were closed and overridden, which means dark force energies closed the channels within you, so you couldn't reach me. And then what happened is, we stopped believing that Mother was there for us. And so she is coming forward very strongly now to help us heal, to help us create balance within ourselves, and she's coming to help Mother Earth with her transition because she is at the release point. And we heard from the grandfather, we call him, and the grandfather is a very powerful, ancient Native American. That's how he looks, like an ancient being. And he has been protecting the earth at her core for a long time. And he is saying now that it's time for him to go home because all of the new grids for the shifting on the earth plane have been placed within. And so because they have been placed within and connected up to the power source within the earth, he and all of those who have been protecting her power within, are now free to leave. And this sounded, well, this is nice, except for what that meant is that the activation is going to occur, which is going to create this great shaking up of things to help break up all the old structures within the earth that have been holding her stuck and within the earth's crust. And, of course, it is also going to be shaking us up. And so we need to keep shifting our energy systems so we are in alignment with the new form energy grids and systems that are being placed within our mother. So we can still dwell here, but we will be dwelling within a different dimension. Oh, sounds exciting. And yet there was also, the grandfather was speaking to us about how we are so heavy with grief because of those that will be caught up in these waves of energy, as I was speaking of in the beginning of this radio show, and will be toppled over and confused and not be able to move with the waves. And so it's important, again, we were told over and over, it's important to understand that it is time to let go of all of our loved ones who need to leave now in perhaps a safe way. And so Spirit Speaks is something you can catch up with on my website and order the latest Spirit Speaks, and it's there at www.priestaresources.com. Thank you for tuning in today. This is Adrienne Wentworth with Cosmic Kick. Namaste.
Thanks again for listening to Cosmic Kick with your host, Adrian Wentworth. Make sure you join us live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time and 10 a.m. Pacific Time here on the Seventh Wave Network.